Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, and in this video I will show you how to plant a pineapple from its cutting or a crown. Generally we get pineapples especially in spring or rainy season, which in fruit shops they are available in that time usually, and we buy, and at the top of it we have a lot of leaves. That's the crown of the pineapple, and if you take it out, let it scar and plant it, then another pineapple plant will be ready for you. So in this video I will show you how to grow pineapple from its crown or cutting. So I had bought a pineapple. This is the crown. I took it off, and then I took out the leaves, the bottom leaves. You have to take all the leaves out from the bottom, but not all the leaves, but some of the leaves. After taking out all the leaves, you have to keep it aside to dry and scar off. After scarring, it would look something like this. 2 or 3 days, even 4 at most. But I had kept this for 2 weeks because I had to make the video. I have another pineapple which I will show you afterwards. I had planted it 2 weeks ago, so I will show you how it will grow. As per for the growing media, I have selected my regular potting mix, nothing special, just 2 part coco peat, 1 part perlite, 1 part vermiculture compost, and a bit of sand. Yes, 1 part sand also. I added it recently, so I have to mix it well. And I'm using this because this is first of all, I'm using potting mix because number one, it is soft. Number two, it will allow moisture, but it will not be wet the whole time. I'm using a plastic pot, a 4-inch plastic pot. It has drainage holes at the bottom. I'm keeping it on a tray. Now the leaves of pineapple, especially at the edges, they are a bit sharp, so watch yourself, so otherwise you may get hurt from the leaves. And now we will plant the pineapple cutting or the crown. So then we have to take this thing, and now actually this is not coconut husk which we chop into pieces, but this is the hair of it after shredding the coconut husk, which to obtain coco peat, this is left out in the shredder. So you have to take this one and do a kind of bed of it, so it will allow the water to drain a bit properly. Otherwise the holes are a bit smaller in this pot, so the water will usually get stuck. So I think that it is fine. A bit more. Now we will add our soil, and in the soil you can add some coconut husk. This is the very soft, it was very soft, that's why I added it. Like, see, let me show you. This husk is very soft. This is a bit old husk. This was from my orchid. Yes, my orchid was planted in this. Now you have to fill the pot. Now, like, let me show you. Usually when we plant cuttings, generally it is said not to put them directly in soil. Like, for example, this is the cutting, bury them like this. We usually do not prefer that, but this cutting is scarred completely, so we can do that. So now this is dry, the soil is dry, or the potting mix is dry, and keep in mind that the ratio of the vermicompost should be a bit less than all the other things. Like like I said, I had not actually, I said that I had vermicompost in this potting media, but I didn't completely added one part. It was a bit less. So if there's a lot of moisture, there will be no decomposition of any organic matter, and if there is any decomposition, the cutting will rot. Now I will pause the video because it is a bit harder to plant it with one hand rather than two. And I've planted it. In case you do not have perlite, then double the quantity of sand which you are adding. After planting, you have to water it completely. You have to water it in such a way that the water should come from the bottom drainage holes. Now I will water it. Now always water it with a watering can, not with a garden hose, because if you will water with the garden hose, then the cutting may be misplaced always whenever you water it. So water it with the watering can rather than a garden hose, and do not move it here and there much, like the cutting may be moved here and there in the soil and there will be no proper rooting. After 3 months you may have good roots, I mean the roots which you will have in a nice plant, not complete roots, but it will start. Now I will show you the other pineapple cutting which I had planted 2 weeks ago. This is the pineapple cutting which I had planted 2 weeks ago. Let me just keep it here to have a view of it. I planted it and eventually the bottom leaves will dry up and they will die. So afterwards you can pull them when they will be completely dry. It may look something like this. The top leaves will look like this. These will stay and these will dry up. And I hope that you like this video. If you like it, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.